Hare Krishna, Jai Sri Radhe. Dear devotees, by the divine blessing of our supremely worshipable Srimati Radhika Rani, today we are going to talk on a very deep and very special topic, and the topic is about Radhika Rani. Three aspects or forms of Radhika Rani. So let's begin.
Jai Radha Madhava.
As Vrishabhanu Nandini, Srimati Radhika Rani is never separated from Krishna. We can think of their pastimes as Nitya Lila or Ashtaprahara Lila. The eternal pastimes divided into 8 3-hour segment is called Ashtaprahara Lila. We can think, for example, how Radharani is meeting with and serving Krishna in Nishanta Lila. The pastime of Radha Krishna that take place at the last part of the night before the dawn is called Nishanta Lila. And after Nishanta Lila comes Prataha Lila, the early morning pastimes, and then Purvanna Lila, the pre-noon pastimes. At this time, Krishna is going to graze the cows and Srimati Radhika Rani and all other gopis are looking at him from various vantage points. Krishna then goes cowherding and the gopis go to Radhakunda and Kusum Sarovar to try to meet him there. They engage in the pastimes at Surya Kunda and other places. They steal the Bamsi of Krishna and he looks here and there. Oh, where is my Bamsi? Where is my Bamsi? Have you got it? Do you have it? Oh, you have it? I will search for it to see if you have taken or not. And sometimes they engage in gambling pastime. Srimati Radhika Rani defeats Krishna and all the gopis clap their hands. Later, when Krishna returns home from cow grazing, all the gopis are in Yavat, looking at Krishna and performing aratik from the corner of their eyes with their sidelong glances. After that, they engage in their Shaim Kalya Lila, pastime at the docks. At this time, Krishna goes to milk the cows. After taking a light evening meal, and the gopis watch this beautiful scene, Srimati Radhika Rani then cooks something in Yavat and sends it to Nandagaon, where Krishna along with his father and all his uncles and friends takes prasadam. His remnants are then sent to Srimati Radhika Rani, and later at midnight, Radha and Krishna again meet. In this way, they are never separated from each other except when Krishna goes for cow herding, or when Srimati Radhika Rani is in Mana, or when she is experiencing Prema Vaichitya. So this Radha who is always with Krishna is Vrishabhanu Nandini. This is most notable and pointable. The Radharani who is always with Krishna, never separated from Krishna, is called Vrishabhanu Nandini. When Krishna goes to Mathura, however, she is Viyogini. Viyogini Radha is actually a manifestation of that same Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhika. After Mathura, Krishna goes to Dwarka, and this Viyogini feels separation and laments. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? She is always weeping in separation from him. Sometimes at Uddhav Khairi and sometimes at other places. But this only takes place in Prakata Lila only, not in Aprakata Lila or Nityadham. In Aprakata, there is only a conception that Krishna has left Vrindavan. There is no pastimes of Krishna actually living. This is because in Golaka, Krishna never left Vrindavan, never, even for a single day, never and ever. Only there is an impression, there is a thoughts in the Vrindavan Brajavasis that, oh, Krishna has gone. Only the idea is there that Krishna has gone, but Krishna has never gone to anywhere. The third aspect of Radhika Rani is Samyogini Radhika. That manifestation of Radhika who leaves Vrindavan and goes to Kurukshetra to meet with Krishna and bring him back. You should understand that Vrishabhanu Nandini and Viyogini Radhika never leaves Vrindavan. Never, never and ever. Just as Brajendra Nandana Krishna and Rohini Nandana Rama Balaram are always playing in Vrindavan, never leaving it for even a single moment. So Vrishabhanu Nandini and Viyogini Radhika also never leaves Vrindavan. Samyogini Radhika, however, feeling so much separation, Viyoga goes to Kurukshetra to bring Krishna back to Vrindavan. This is Samyogini Radhika, one of the form of Radharani. Similarly, there are three aspects of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, we came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. I have explained Radharani and I have given example. So now, you will be able to understand the nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, who took the beauty and mood of Srimati Radharani. In other words, in taking her beauty and mood, Krishna came in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Shachinandan Gaurahari. For this reason, there are also three aspects of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Lila. Mahaprabhu is always in Navadip. He never leaves Navadip. Always, he never goes outside from Navadip. That's why Navadip is called Vrindavan. In Navadip Dham, there are 9 islands, which contains the 12 forests of Braja: Vrindavan, Madhuban, Talban, Vadravan, Vandirvan, Vilbavan, Mahavan and Lohavan. Beside these, the 12 Upavans or sub-forests and 12 Adivans are also present. These 36 Vanas forests are present in Mayapur. In Navadip, however, these forests are not situated in the same order as in Vrindavan. Some are here and some are there. Vrindavan, Kumudban, Madhuban, Talban and so on are situated in differently than they are in Braja. Mayapur, however, is a combination of Gokula and Mathura, where Krishna took birth and appeared. And Govardhan Hill is in Koladipa. There, the Rasa Istali or the place of Rasa dance is located. On the lap of Govardhan, Rasa Lila is so high class, elevated. Radhakunda is in Ritudip. And Vandirban is present in Madadrum Deep, which is on the other side of river Ganga. In this way, all the forests are there in Navadip Mayapur. None of these forests are present in Jagannath Puri, and therefore it is Navadip which is not different from Sri Vrindavan Dham. All of Mahaprabhu's eternal pastimes in the 8 Praharas or Ashtakarya Leelas are present in Navadip Mayapur, and he never leaves Mayapur. Another reason why Navadip is not different from Vrindavan is that during Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime in the very early morning, he remembers the Nishanta pastime of Radha and Krishna and weeps. Then a little later in the morning, approximately from 6 to 8:30 am, that is called Prataha Leela, pastime at dawn. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meditates on the pastime of Krishna and Radha that take place at that time. Radha is in Yavat and Krishna is in Nandagaon, and they are taking bath. Mahaprabhu is always meditating on these pastimes and weeping. Then in Purvanna Leela, the morning pastimes, he is meditating on the pastimes that take place then, in which Krishna goes for cow herding. Mahaprabhu's whole life goes on this way. In Swetadipa, Golok Vrindavan, these Leela are eternally present. Here in Navadipa, that is manifest in this world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela is called Prakata Leela. Just like Krishna Leela in this world is called Prakata Leela, so similarly Mahaprabhu's Leela in Navadip is also called Prakata Leela. And there in spiritual world it is called Aprakata Leela. There in Aprakata Leela or Nitya Leela, he does not have to go to Jagannath Puri or South India or anywhere else. He is simply playing in his eightfold daily pastimes at Ashtakarya Leela. In Aprakata Leela in Swetadipa, he does not perform his Sannyasa Leela. There is only an idea of it. And here in Navadip in this world, this idea takes a tangible form. On the other hand, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyasa, but on the other hand, he cannot leave Navadip. Just as Krishna can never leave Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu can also never leave Navadip. So who goes to Puri? A manifestation or a form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only goes there and takes sannyas. Sannyasa is not a part of his Nitya Leela. Do you understand? It's like Naimitik Leela, his occasional pastimes enacted in this world. How? For example, the birth of Krishna in Prakata Leela is Naimitik Leela, and the marriage ceremony performed in Dwarka are also his Naimitik Leela. In Golok Vrindavan, there is only the idea that Krishna has taken birth, or in Dwarka that he marries. Similarly, in Swetadipa, in the eternal realm of Goloka, situated near Vrindavan, there is no sannyasa Leela of Mahaprabhu. There is only a mode that he has taken a sannyas, only an impression. In this world, that mode takes an actual form, and thus Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas and leaves Navadip to go to Jagannath Puri. What is Puri then? Puri is Dwarka. How? Subhadra cannot come to Vrindavan. The sons of Vasudeva as well as Baladeva of Dwarka and also Vasudev Krishna himself also cannot come to Vrindavan. So it is only in Puri that Mahaprabhu plays the role of sannyasi. What need does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have to go to Jagannath Puri? This pastime only takes place in Prakata Leela, where that mood has taken a shape. In Aprakata Leela, there is only the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas and going to Puri. But here in Prakata Leela, that mood takes a shape, and he really does accept sannyasa and leaves for Puri. From Puri, he goes to Srirangam in South India, and there he meets with Venkat Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta and others, and enacts so many pastimes. Next he goes to Godavari Tat, the bank of the Godavari river, and there he meets Rai Ramananda. In all the pastimes that took place in Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always in the mood of separation from Krishna. Now we have to understand this very secret that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Mayapur Dham is manifesting the mood of Vrishabhanu Nandini, who is never separated from Krishna, and at the same time Samyogini Radhika, who also never goes outside from Vrindavan. And that form or manifestation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who went to Jagannath Puri and traveled to Srirangam and many other places of India, actually is a manifestation of Viyogini Radhika, who went to Kurukshetra in separation of Sri Krishna. So this is the secret which we have discussed today. Moreover, here is one very important thing to tell all of you, and you will not forget this. And what is that? Although what I am explaining to you is pure, you cannot take it in its pure form or pure sense. Our material conception will cover our understanding. We'll try to understand them with our intelligence, but please do not speculate. Try to have full faith and pray that these truths mercifully manifest in our heart. These are the facts. They are true. We should try to remember these very important things, and then we'll continue discussing this. Because this is very high level topic, and we need to pray with Srimati Radhikarani and Sri Krishna that all these wonderful leelas of them can manifest in our heart. And we all always have to be so much submissive and service attitude towards Vaishnavas, pure Vaishnavas, so that by their mercy and by their kripa, we can understand this very secret of Krishna Leela, Chaitanya Leela. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.